So this is Bathe for the Monstera Lechleriana. I'm probably saying that completely wrong, but that's the name of this plant. It's an absolutely beautiful plant. You can see it's got super duper variegation on the leaves, but it can get quite gangly looking and pretty wild. And so this was needing some care. Even though it looks like there's a lot on there, I think it needs some structure and also probably need to do some clipping a little bit. What I did here basically is I started with my plant gloves, but then I just like to feel the leaves. I have water in the sink there, and it's just about lukewarm water, and then I have Dr. Bronner soap, and I don't always recommend doing exactly what I'm doing here because you can actually damage the leaf and it can create some changes in the leaf itself, but I'm just doing that for this, and if it causes a problem then I'll just cut the leaf. It'll be okay. I love using the Dr. Bronner's peppermint soap because it really does help to get rid of pests. And so really the Bathe for this Monstera is going to be about making to check for extra plants like you just saw that are scraggling around, and then also any kind of pest, and just really kind of assessing what needs to happen in this plant in general. It does definitely need some structure, so I probably need to put it on a trellis that's maybe a little bit bigger than the one it currently has. The next thing that I'm going to do besides adding the Dr. Bronner is adding some neem oil. This is a concentrated neem oil, so I'm adding it directly into the water there that you can see. And that's just going to help with any additional plant pests that it may have. And I'm cleaning off the leaves. Like I said, you can damage the leaves. It's going to happen. It is what it is. Now I get to untangling it, and I think to myself that, I'm just going to cut a few propagations and I'll add it back to the soil once it establishes some root and water. But oh, how plans change once you get going. So as I'm kind of untangling it here, you can see I'm looking for the end. I'm getting ready to snip. There's one. And then I'm like, okay, let's do some more. Two. And then I get to going and I just can't stop. So I decided as I'm going further down that I'm like, wait a minute here. It looks pretty bald at the base. And so I might as well go ahead and cut all of it all the way down to give it some extra strength back at the roots so that it can focus on growing all over again, and I can retrain it. And then what I'll do is I'll put all these cuttings, once they've calloused over, I'll let it dry for a little bit on its own without putting it into water yet. I'll put them all into some kind of water container, and then I will end up propagating them and then reinserting it back into the soil. So right here, all I'm doing is just taking the trellis that I have, there's the name tag, and just kind of attaching it up. That will give it some, hopefully, strength to grow stronger. I'm going to find a glass container. I might use this one or this one. And I'm going to put both of these into the IKEA and see how it does.